So our psychology project is of social norms, and we did this by going really close to people and like sitting next to them and hovering over them and grabbing random people's hands and walking at others' paces, and we found that people do not like that at all.
It depends on how you look. Like if you're dressed really nice and innocent, they'll tend to be nice to you. And if you're dressed kind of like, I guess kind of punkish, they're not nice to you and they like to swear at you.
Yeah, we found that out the hard way. Well, I didn't, because I was the one looking nice and innocent. So.
So here, me and Devin, we got yelled at and people swore at us because we were dressed kind of, I was dressed more like, punkish, not so innocent looking. Like I had red lipstick and, I was wearing darker clothing, so I didn't look very innocent. And then Devin, he was also dressed kind of like mischievous, like he seemed not to care much. He was one of those kids. And so people yelled at us and they swore at us and they did not like that we were like in their bubble.
And Chantel and I walked up to the same group of girls together, and Chantel was on one side and I was on the other side. And the girls that were on my side kind of were just like, what are you doing? They weren't mean and didn't say anything, but the girl that was on Chantel's side swore at her. So, yeah. Okay, so in these videos, I was the one doing the acts or whatever, and the guy I was walking next to, he did absolutely nothing. He was just walking and humming, and I kept getting closer and closer, but he still continued to do nothing. And the guy who had leaned over that was reading, he did nothing. Like, he just sat there. And what else?
The girls that you walked up to.
Oh, and the group of girls that I walked up to, I thought they were going to be very much like the group of girls that Chantel and I walked up to, but they weren't, because they were friendly and they were like, hey, what's going on? And I was like, nothing. And then they turned around and asked if the group of my friends were my friends, and I was like, no, I don't know them. And then I was like, you guys are my friends, right? And they were like, yeah, sure. So they were really nice and cool about it.
And it just goes to show, like, Lucy was wearing floral prints and light colors. You know, she looked very innocent. And so people, like, were all nice to her. Nobody was rude to her. Nobody yelled at her or swore at her. So in this video, Lucy and Devin walked up to a group of girls and they interlocked arms with them. And the girl that was to the right of Devin ended up running away and, like, you know, she did not like that he touched her at all. Meanwhile, the girls that Lucy grabbed, they were fine with it. Like, you know, they didn't really care.
Yeah, they even sparked up a conversation with me afterwards. They were asking me my name, how I was, and they complimented my outfit. And the one girl that Devin touched on the right that ran away from her, she was hiding behind her friends, and, like, she bumped into Devin towards the end and just, like, did not want anything to do with him.
So that one more shows that, like, I think if you're a boy, that girls typically don't want anything to do with you. If you're a boy, then girls typically don't want anything to do with you because, like, you know, they kind of think you're kind of creepy.
Or you might want to, like,
do something.
Or steal from them.
You know? But if you're a girl and you walk up to girls, they'll more than likely, like, be okay with you kind of touching them because you guys are, like, you know, same gender, so they don't feel, like, threatened or anything. Here, Cole walked up to, like, this lady who was just sitting there in the food court minding her own business, numbering her papers or something. And then, like, she looked at Cole a little bit, but, you know, she didn't say anything. She kind of laughed because she thought it was funny that he came to sit next to her. And Cole's just there, just chilling. And she didn't say a single thing to him at all. She wasn't mean or rude or anything.
Eventually, she did say hi towards the, like, middle of it, but then she just went back to doing her homework and just kind of ignored Cole. Because Cole kind of looks like he's not up to anything.
Yeah, he looks very innocent.
So we came to the conclusion throughout all of these experiments that people generally either A, don't want to be near someone who looks like mischievous or kind of not innocent, but they'll kind of feel awkward telling someone who does look innocent off. Like, they won't really say, get away from me. They'll just wait till that person's done doing whatever they were doing.
And so we kind of figured that this had more to do with the halo effect. Like, you know, if you're pretty, if you're innocent looking, people are not going to be mean to you. They're just going to think you're, like, twice as more innocent, you know. They're going to be nice to you. You're good. You're not up to anything bad. But if you don't look, you know, like, you know, super girly or, you know, super innocent, then they're going to be really rude to you and they're not going to want anything to do with you.
Yeah. Also, we got kicked out of the mall because I guess it's against mall conduct to walk close to somebody.
So don't do that.
But it wasn't any calls about me or, like, Chantel.
Or Cole.
Or Cole. It was about Devin. 2 calls against Devin. So